YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Yo, the best that ever did it, a true winner, 6 p.m. We're gonna kick it off with the NCAA football slate for week 13. It's late in the season. We're getting ready to see the finalists. We got one more week after this officially, and then we're gonna see who's going up to the next level, man. We're gonna see. Let me know who you got to win and the whole thing. Who you got to take it all, man? Who you got to take it all? Let me know below. Leave a sub and leave a like. Let's get right into it without further ado, man. We're gonna start off with Miami of Ohio at Ball State. And you already know I'm gonna lay the points for Miami of Ohio, 9-2 team, 5-1 on the road, and they're splendid at home too. Way better team than Ball State. It should be a 10-point spread. I'll lay 7 points with Miami of Ohio. I'll lay the 7. It should be more than 5.5. I'll lay 7 with them. Next up, we got Pittsburgh at Duke. Pittsburgh is boo-boo. 0-4 on the road. They're super inconsistent. 3-win team. You know what I'm saying? Out of 11 games, you only won 3. If you lost $11 out on the street and you only found 3 singles back, that's a big loss. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna back Pitt. I got Duke to lay the number as well. This should be also like a 7 or 8 point spread. I got this at 9 points, 3 field goals, win for Duke. Lay the 9. I'll lay up to 9 points with Duke. NIU laying a 20 piece against a 1-10 team, Kent State. I got NIU in the first half money line only. I'm not gonna lay 20 points with NIU right now, but I do think they will cover the spread. I do think they will genuinely cover the spread, but I'm not gonna bet that. I just want NIU to bet to get the money line win first half. I think it's an easy winner. I like the NIU Huskies to get the money line win first half only. Easy winner right there, man. Connect UConn versus Massachusetts, man. Both teams are dookie. I've always been fading UConn after week 2. We've been making so much money betting against UConn. Same with Purdue, who we're gonna talk about down here. But UMass is not the better team. I can't even say that with a straight face. Like, even though UConn is that bad, I just can't say that. Yes, they have one more win, but it's just like a coin flip. In this one, I'd rather take the over. It's no defense is going to be thought about in this one. I like the over on this one. I'll take over the 52 points. UK, but if I did have to pick a side, I'll lean with fucking neither one should be favored, but I gotta go with UConn. Neither one should be favored though. I gotta go with UConn. Kentucky at Louisville. Louisville is so inconsistent. They could 6-5 team. They're a little bit cool. Like, they got a little bit of pop to their step. They got a little bit of explosiveness at the running back position, but other than that, man, they're super inconsistent. Like, and this is a 6-0 team at home, 10-1. Top notch team right here. You know what I'm saying? I got Louisville on the money line. I'm just gonna keep it simplified. I've bet Kentucky to keep it close. I even put them up to 28 points against Georgia. I bought them up to 28. I bought them boys up to 28 against Georgia, and you can see they couldn't even cover 28 points against Georgia. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna trust Kentucky to cover anything. I got Louisville on the money line. Navy at SMU. SMU is the much better team. 9-2 this year, 5-0 at home. They've been on a stride this year. They've been on a different stride. Navy is super weak, super run heavy, super low scoring, super average or below average to me. I got SMU to lay the big number. I don't think Navy could keep up in the first half, second half at all. I think Navy scores maybe 10 points or the 9-point minimum that I give teams that's super bad that could probably, get lucky and drive the field 1 or 2, 3 times, get 3 field goals and score 9 points. I think they score 10 to 9 points and SMU might have 42. You know what I'm saying? I got SMU big time. Troy, much better team, 9-2 as well. They've been on a different stride versus this weak ass 3-8 Southern Mississippi team that everybody just, I don't know what they see. They think Frank Gore's son Jr. is just gonna. I don't get it, but I'm gonna back up Troy again. I laid a big number. This is a easy winner. 4-1 on the road, even better at home. Troy is one of those teams you don't want to get in front of. They're much better than this team. Give me Troy to lay the big number. Indiana at Purdue. This is a lock. Lock this up. I know both teams are 3-8. I know both teams suck, but Purdue is the worst team in the conference. Give me Indiana on the money line, and I bought this up to. They're 5.5, 6 point underdogs. I bought this up to -5.5. So they got to win by 6. And I think they're going to win by more than I think they're going to win by double digits. As you can see in the last couple games, Indiana lost by 3 to Michigan State. They should have won that. But against Illinois, I thought Illinois had them dead in the water. You know what I'm saying? I was big on Illinois this week, and then they showed me why not to trust Illinois once again. You know what I'm saying? They show hella offensive power, hella formidableness. But against Wisconsin, that's what really showed me like, okay, this team could really win against those teams that's really favored and against them. Like I said, man, Purdue is not as any stretch of the imagination on this level. They only look good against a weak Minnesota team, super overrated Minnesota team. That's why the spread is looking like this. Look at this. They couldn't do anything against Iowa. Terrible. Got shitted on against the same Wisconsin team that Indiana just beat. I got Indiana to cover that -6 points. But if you want to be safer, just take Indiana on the money line. Houston at Central Florida, both teams are bad. Both teams are super inconsistent, super streaky, high-scoring teams. No defenses be played here. I'm leaning towards the over. Personally, I do lean towards the over. But I know both teams have been getting under the total. As you can see, UCF last 4 games, under in 3 out of the last 4 games. And I would have took the over against Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. Both went under. And even Cincinnati, that went under. If they had 2 more points, 30-26, that would have still went under. Houston's last 4 games, under 3 out of the last 4. You know what I'm saying? It's against the same couple teams too. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's gonna think over on this one. Let's trend towards the under, who's been cashing out on these both teams. They are high scoring. They do score high. This can go over. I know it's risky, but I'm gonna take a play on the under on this one. Everybody's always betting the over. Sometimes we gotta take the under when everybody least expect it. You know what I'm saying? I got the under on UCF, and I think UCF's gonna win that game, but not by 13. I got Houston to cover the spread, but UCF to win. Middle Tennessee at Sam Houston State. I give me Middle Tennessee. I'm not betting Sam Houston State at all, ever this year. Their ass is so bad. But I know 0-5 on the road doesn't look good at all, but they've got double their wins. You know what I'm saying? As a winless road team, you got double the team wins you're going against. Give me Middle Tennessee, man. But I'm staying away from that. Texas A&M at LSU. And give me Texas A&M plus the 2 touchdowns. I know LSU can win this game outright. I do know that. 6-0 at home. Very good quarterback. 0-3 on the road for Texas A&M. I know this, but I think everybody's going to be thinking LSU's going to blow them out. No, sir. No, that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Texas A&M will cover the spread. Give me Texas A&M plus 13.5, but I do got LSU to win on the money line, though, yeah. Michigan, laying 4 points, 11-0 versus 11-0. Game of the week. Ohio State number 2 versus Michigan at home. With all the Harbaugh talk and all of the coach talk for Michigan, Everybody's riding this underdog in Ohio State. Look at Ohio State's last 4 games against all scrubs. 14-point win for them against them. Blew out Rutgers, blew out Michigan State, blew out Minnesota. Look when they played against formidable teams. Penn State, 8-point win. Notre Dame, 3-point win. That's the only two good, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only two good schools they played all year. Michigan, on the other hand, they played Penn State, 9-point win. They looked a little sloppy last week against Maryland. Blew out Purdue, blew out Michigan State, blew out Minnesota, blew out the same bullshit team, blew out Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? That's really the only two, you know what I'm saying? The only two good teams they played all year, man. Nobody's really seen what these two could do against a top 15 ranked opponent. Let's look at what's true. Both teams are good. Both teams could score, and both teams are held on their defense. Now, with that being said, the home team advantage will be in effect here when there's two even teams like this. Both even. Give me the home team in this one, man. This is what it's gonna boil down to: home field advantage. Give me Michigan to win the game outright. I know Ohio State's going to keep it close. I know Ohio State's pretty good. They're 11-0. They're very good. And they're ranked above them. Everybody's going to be smashing Ohio State on this one. And I do think Ohio State is live. You know what I'm saying? You can't count them out. You can't. I will sprinkle some on Ohio State money line, but I think in my heart, I'm going with Michigan on this one. Better team, better home team. I just like what I'm seeing right now from Michigan, man. But let's go with Michigan on this one. Florida Atlantic at Rice, FAU, pretty good, but they fell off over the last 4 weeks. They've been looking terrible. Rice, on the other hand, I've been betting on Rice throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Especially against Houston. This game when they won in overtime, I had them on the week 2 win. They were underdogs by 7-point underdogs, and we had them all the way through. I know how good this Rice team could be. They almost beat Tulane. They kept it very close with a very good SMU team, a 9-2 team. UTSA is very good as well with Frank Harris and them. We already knew they wasn't going to beat them. And then Charlotte, they just beat them by 21. Now FAU, look at what they're doing, man. Over the last 4 weeks, dog, they're 1-3. They only beat the same Charlotte team. Lost to Tulane terribly. Had a shootout with UAB and couldn't hold them off. And lost to ECU by 15. 2 touchdowns plus a point. Lost to Frank Harris and them again. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm leaning with Rice in this one on the money line. Rice is decent. You know what I'm saying? I like what I've seen from Rice the whole year. JT Daniels been doing his thing. Give me Rice on the money line. UAB at North Texas. And I'm going to go with North Texas in this one. Just because I know both teams are electric. As you can see earlier in the year, I like what they did against Cal. Cal, this was the game that they started off very strong. It was 17-14. 7-14. Then they scored 14 in the second quarter. Then they just got absolutely shut out in the second half. Other than that, they played pretty good against a good Cal team. They lost a head scratcher against FIU in a terrible showing on defense. Terrible showing the next week against Louisiana Tech team. All of these games went over the first 4 weeks, and then they went on 3 straight unders. Tulane, but they did keep it close with Tulane and Memphis and this UTSA team. As of late, they've been playing better. You know what I'm saying? Tulsa's a good win. UTSA, they almost, you know what I'm saying, got the win out that one, but they couldn't pull it off late. Memphis almost got the win, and then, you know what I'm saying, some tough losses, but UAB is 0-5 on the road, yet to win the road game. That's the only difference here. If UAB was at home, I would be on UAB because I'm a believer in UAB. But when they're on the road, man, they even look bad against Navy. You know what I'm saying? I just can't trust them on the road at all. Like, I just can't. You know what I'm saying? But they do play into a lot of overs as well. And I'm gonna lean with the under. I just don't think they show up this week. I don't feel good about UAB this week on football. Give me North Texas money line and the under. Old Dominion, Georgia State, 6-5 versus 5-6. Old Dominion's at home. Both teams 3-2 in their upcoming game. No bueno. Give me my boys, man, Georgia State to cover the spread. Cause I'm not gonna back a bad Old Dominion team, man. Old Dominion, they almost lost to us Southern Mississippi. Then they got into a shootout with Marshall, who's been looking awful. James Madison, they did keep it close with that stellar ass team of James Madison, but you know what I'm saying? They couldn't repeat the showing against Liberty. Couldn't beat Coastal Carolina. They beat Georgia State. You know what I'm saying? And then they lost against a Virginia Tech team. That's terrible. And they lost that Wake Forest game that they were up huge in the first 2 quarters. Old Dominion is a flop, man. They're a fraud. This team is on a losing streak, though. They lost to this Georgia Southern team that team that should beat. And then James Madison, they did not keep it close at all. App State, they did not keep it close at all. You know they're not going to keep it close against Louisiana LSU, but look at the Marshall win. Look at the Coastal Carolina win. And these were some more recent games. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't week 1 and shit. I just think in the trenches, Georgia State got the edge. Run game goes to Georgia State. And I just think Old Dominion's going to find a way to lose the game. Give me Georgia State in the upset. Wake Forest at Syracuse. And give me Wake Forest, man. I'm not taking Syracuse in any conference matchup. Anytime it's in conference play, you got to hold your nose when you take Syracuse. Give me Wake Forest in the upset. ECU at Tulsa. Give me my boys Tulsa, man. I'm not falling in the ECU trap. They even got that little weak win they just got recently against FAU. That's what, you know what I'm saying? They just got shut out by Navy, 0-10. You know what I'm saying? Give me Tulsa. Western Kentucky's laying 11 points against FIU. And then the total's a bit low for these two teams. Give me the over. I like the over on Western Kentucky, FIU. It's going to be an over. FIU cannot stop anybody. They couldn't stop me and you if we was teamed up against 15 of them. I like Western Kentucky to get the job done by 2 touchdowns and the over. San Jose State. Them boys be streaky versus 9-2 UNLV. Give me UNLV on the money line. San Jose State got to prove it to me on the road. I'm going against a 5-0 team at home. I'm going to get the 5-0 team. Hometown advantage. I know it's a close trip for San Jose, but give me UNLV, man. They're way more formidable. They've been on a tear this year. Give me UNLV, money line. UL Monroe at UL Lafayette, the battle of the ULs. This is a rivalry. The Raging Cajuns are one of those good little teams that I like to back on certain matchups. Like we had them against Minnesota, and they almost won outright, but they gave it up late. UL Monroe kept it very close with App State. Should have beat App State, but they found a way to lose it in 5 seconds to go. That was absurd. But as you see, the App State win was for 1-point win. They've been on a losing streak, though. Look how many losses they've racked up in a row. They lost to the Southern Mississippi team. That's terrible. And they lost to who else they just lose to back in the day? Yeah, they couldn't beat even South Alabama, who's overrated. Give me my boys Raging Cajuns to win by at least a touchdown. I'm not laying 13 points, but I will lay up to a touchdown with Raging Cajuns. Colorado, Shador and them boys, which is very disappointing. Getting 20 points against Utah. And we were on Utah last week, man. And we absolutely got crushed by my good Arizona boys, man. It's so good to see them doing shit like this because I was back in Arizona when it was week 1 or week 2 when they were going against Mississippi State. And everybody thought Mississippi State were 20 points better than Arizona. I'm telling them, Arizona's going to win this game on the money line. They went to overtime, double overtime, and then Mississippi State ended up winning. But I've been on Arizona since week 1, man, and they've came very far, dog. They've been the dark horse of this conference. I'm so proud of them boys. But Utah lost to them, and they played a very good game against Washington. Didn't play good against Oregon though. So has Colorado. They didn't play a good game against Oregon. But they did also lose against Arizona, but they should have almost beat Arizona. I had Colorado in that game as well. Arizona kept finding ways to win. I had Colorado to win on the money line, but I definitely had them to definitely cover 8 points against Arizona. I knew they weren't gonna lose the game. I thought they weren't gonna lose, so I had them on the points as a lock. But I sprinkled some on the money line. We fell short late, but you know what I'm saying. Look how many losses this team been racking up as well, man. Terrible. You know what I'm saying? They should have been close games with some of these teams. They should have beat Stanford. I just can't trust Colorado anymore. You know what I'm saying? After that week 1 win against TCU, when I took them on the money line, cashed out big, they've been a failure ever since. You know what I'm saying? So give me Utah to win this game on the money line, but I'm not touching this game. Alabama, Auburn. Yeah, give me Alabama. You already know what I'm talking about, man. Auburn sucks. Auburn's fool's gold. You know what I'm saying? Auburn is fool's gold, even in basketball too. Auburn program is fool's gold, man. Do not trust Auburn with anything or your money. Take Bama. This is a good game for them, but I'm gonna lean with Bama to lay the number. Cover 14. Wisconsin and Minnesota. Easy matchup right here for Wisconsin to get the job done. Give me Wisconsin in that weak offense to get the job done against a terrible offense in Minnesota. Vanderbilt at Tennessee. Now this is Tennessee's chance to show spread their wings a little bit after all these tough matchups they've been, taking on the chin. Give me Tennessee to lay the big number. 4 touchdown win for Tennessee. I'll lay it. Liberty at UTEP. Give me the 11-0 team. Lay the number. I'm laying 21 with them. Georgia Southern and App State. Give me Georgia Southern on the plus the points. App State can't cover any spread to save their life. They couldn't even beat ULM. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trusting App State. They look good the last 2 weeks, but they guys ain't know they're fool's gold as well. App State is fool's gold. Do not trust App State at all. That's the real fool's gold right there. App State. They got a great name. No, bro. Give me Georgia Southern plus the points. I know they've been on a losing streak, but give me Georgia Southern plus the points, man. It's a for sure bet right there. Northwestern at Illinois, dog. Illinois is one of those teams that you can't trust, and so is Northwestern. But Northwestern's been playing way better. Give me Northwestern. In the last 4 weeks, at least the last 3 weeks, Northwestern is the better team in the last 3 weeks. Give me Northwestern on the money line in the upset. Arizona laying 13 against Arizona State, the Little Brothers. Give me Arizona to lay the number. I don't like Arizona State. They're terrible. They can't keep up on offense. They're gonna hope that their defense could keep them in the game, and it's not gonna keep them in the game. Give me Arizona to lay the big number. I'm stop fading Arizona, man. Arizona's my team, man, and I've been going against them for the last 2 weeks, and we've been getting burned going against them. Give me Arizona to lay the big number. Oklahoma State at BYU. BYU's a fraud. Oklahoma State's much better. Give me Oklahoma State to win it on the first half money line, or I'll lay the 10 points in the first half for Oklahoma State first half. Maryland laying 3 points at Rutgers. Man, I've been getting burnt playing with Maryland. Last week they got the win after 4 weeks in a row of losing me money. I bet on them when they should have win. Then when they shouldn't win, they actually win. I'm not betting on this game at all. But if I had to pick a side, I would pick Rutgers. Give me Rutgers on the money line. And I like the over on this one. I just think I see a lot of points from both teams. Maryland's going to give up points, and Rutgers is going to give up points too. Good, favorable matchup for both teams. Give me the over and give me Rutgers on the money line. Virginia Tech, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those little brother weeks, so we got a lot of the teams playing each other's techs, and you know what I'm saying, the other little states. But in this matchup, give me my boys Virginia Tech. They've been a little bit better. I don't like either of these teams, but I'll trust Virginia Tech a little bit more. I'd rather lay the money with Virginia Tech. Arkansas State at Marshall. Marshall is a fraud. I got Arkansas State to win the game. People sleep on Arkansas State the whole year. You can see they 7-4 against the spread. They've been underdogs in a lot of their games, but they've been showing up. Like I told people, Arkansas State is the much better team in a lot of games that they were underdogs. They didn't listen to me. That's why they got 6 wins. Give me Arkansas State in another underdog role. James Madison at Coastal Carolina. Give me Coastal. I mean, no, not Coastal. Give me James Madison to throttle up Coastal Carolina by 10. Double-digit win for JMU. Give me JMU to lay the 10 points. Jackson State coming in here a 2.5 point favorite against a fucking 9-3 New Mexico State team. Whoever thought New Mexico State would be 9-3, but Diego Pavia has been showing up, and the whole team, even without Diego Pavia, they've been showing up, even when he's been having other players show up for him. Jacksonville State is a good team, though, man. I gotta give it to them. They kept it close with South Carolina and what's his name, Spencer Rattler, kept it close with them, covered the spread. Then they beat the shit out of Louisiana Tech. We already knew that was gonna happen. We were on Jacksonville State. FIU shitted on them, and Western Kentucky was a very good win. New Mexico State coming in this one, beat the shit out of Western Kentucky. Beat Auburn. You know what I'm saying? That's why I keep telling people Auburn's fool's gold. They're losing to New Mexico State. And they also beat Louisiana Tech and Middle Tennessee. Give me New Mexico State to beat these boys at home. I like Jacksonville State a lot, though. This will be a very good game to watch. Very competitive on both sides. It's hard to pick a side, but I got New Mexico State to get the job done at home. Give me New Mexico State. Washington State versus Washington. Another little brother scenario. Give me Washington at home to lay the big-ass number. I don't think Washington State. I do like Washington State, man. Cam Ward, they got a little squad. I ain't gonna lie. I like them, especially early in the year. But give me Washington State. Give me Washington to lay the big number. I think they win by 3 touchdowns. Washington State's on like Colorado's level a little bit. Florida State at Florida. Everybody's playing their little brother today. Florida State's a chump. But they are 11-0, but they're a little bit of a chump. I gotta give them the worst team. They're the worst 11-0 team, and it's hard to say that, but I know they're damn good. Don't get me wrong. I know Florida State's damn good, but I think fucking Florida's gonna keep it closer than everybody's expecting, dog. The best team they played was Georgia, and you see they lost by 23 to Georgia. But Arkansas, they lost that in overtime. LSU lost that bad, but they put up 35 at least. And Mizzou, that was a very good game. Lost that only by 2. Florida State coming in this one, playing North Alabama. They beat Miami by 7. Couldn't cover the 14-point spread. Couldn't cover the 20.5-point spread against Pittsburgh. It was damn near a push, but they just got the little bullshit ass. They got the little 7 points to score the fucking, to win by 17. Pittsburgh fucked everybody ticket up that week. And you know what I'm saying? They're just not covering a lot of big spreads. So I got to go with Florida to cover the number, but I like Florida State to win the game. Notre Dame at Stanford. Give me Notre Dame to lay the big number. Stanford's not on this team's level. Easy matchup. Give me the under and give me Notre Dame to lay the number. I wouldn't, man, I wouldn't risk it laying a number though, but I do like the under. But I do lean with Stanford. I mean, no, fucking Notre Dame laying a number. South Alabama at Texas State, dog. This is a no bet for me because I don't really like South Alabama. But give me Texas State in the underdog role to cover the spread. 4-1 at home. They beat a good Baylor team. I like South Alabama only when they're at home against a doormat. Texas State is about even with them. I gotta go with the home team when it's even. Give me Texas State in the upset. West Virginia at Baylor. Give me West Virginia. Actually, yeah, give me West Virginia to win the game, but I like Baylor to cover the number. West Virginia's not beating anybody by double digits like that. Baylor is terrible. They are. They are a 3-win team, but I think they will keep this game very close. Give me Baylor to cover the spread. Virginia to win. West Virginia to win. Clemson at South Carolina. And you know I'm going with South Carolina to cover the spread. I'm sprinkling some on the money line for South Carolina. I'm not a believer of Cade Klubnik. He's terrible. This is the worst Clemson team we've seen in recent history. South Carolina's going to cover the spread, but I got to sprinkle some on the money line. Give me South Carolina, man, to cover the spread. Damn near win outright. Kansas at Cincinnati. And I'm going with Kansas in this one. Kansas is going to lay the 7. Kansas should beat this team by 2 touchdowns. Give me Kansas to lay the 7 against a team that they could stomp on. Charlotte at South Florida. Give me South Florida easily. South Florida's the much better team. Give me South Florida to lay the 7. Georgia at Georgia Tech. Give me Georgia 11-0 for a reason. They're one of the most scariest teams in the world. That's why they're number 1. And I think there's nobody in their way. It's nobody in their way. Georgia Tech lost to Bowling Green. Give me Georgia to lay the big number. I think they win by 35. Iowa State at Kansas State. And I'm going with Kansas State to lay the 10 points. Iowa State's a fraud. As you could see earlier in the year, Iowa State lost. They lost to this badass team right here, man. Iowa. They lost to Iowa by 7. And they lost to Ohio. No, not go so. Give me Kansas State to win by double digits. Easy winner. North Carolina, number 20 in the world versus number 22 North Carolina State, the little brother. And I'm going to show out. I'm going to show up and show out. Give me the over and give me Drake May and the North Carolina Tar Heels. I think they're the better team, head and shoulders. North Carolina State's done kept it close with teams they shouldn't have kept it close with, like Virginia Tech. They kept it close with Marshall, let them put 41 up. And they kept it close with Virginia, a very bad team. Give me North Carolina to lay the big number. I think they're way more than just a 3-point favorite. I think they might win this game by 10 points or more. Give me North Carolina to lay the big number. Wyoming at Nevada. Nevada's a fraud. Give me Wyoming. Money line first half. Wyoming. Fresno at San Diego State. My bad. Fresno versus San Diego State. Give me Fresno to lay the 7. Easy money right there. Fresno's way better than them. Head and shoulders better. And California at UCLA. You already know California's going to cover the number. Give me California to cover the spread, but UCLA to get the job done in the stat sheets as a win. Give me UCLA to win, California to cover. Last game on the slate, Colorado at Hawaii. Hawaii always kicks people in these late night games. Without a real edge, like a real edge, give me Hawaii at home to end the night off. Hawaii is going to catch these boys on that real late night game that they're not used to. Hawaii will pull this through. I'm hoping. That's how we're going to cook it up. Leave me your top 3 picks of the week. And let's keep continuing the cash. Look at my shorts for all my results. We hit them big today. Big profit. Let's keep continuing to smash the books, man. Beat the odds and keep prevailing. Keep being prosperous. All good vibes this way, man. Subscribe, leave me a sub, and like the video, man. We out of here.